Talking Luther College women's soccer with head coach Russ Showeiler. And coach, last week Eau Claire came to town on Wednesday night. You mentioned it was going to be a tough game. Bottom line, they just don't make a lot of mistakes, but you guys ended up getting the victory in that one. Talk about last Wednesday night's performance.
Yeah, I thought Eau Claire, it was more mistake free. I think both squads played really good, and defensively we're very strong. It was more or less we got the one chance and we put it away. So I don't think it was so much. They did play mistake free. I think we did well to battle with them and put away our one opportunity. So it was a good hard fought victory. And
that's one of those non-conference games you put on the schedule that helps you out in conference play when you go to tough places. Correct?
Yeah. They're a good squad. They offer something that a lot of teams don't offer in terms of their style of play and the way that they do things. So it was good for us to see, and it was a good little reminder in the middle of a conference season that the other opponents out there will do things that we haven't seen and haven't been tested for. So it keeps us on our toes. I think it's a good setup.
Saturday night, you went down to the Rock Bowl in Dubuque to take on Loras. Always a tough place to play, and unfortunately, the Dewhawks got you 3-0. Talk about Saturday night's game.
Yeah, it is. It's just I don't know. I think a lot of it is mental, but it is a very difficult place for us to go play. We've been a better turf team this year, but I think that causes problems. But it's just stylistically the way that Loras plays as well, similar to Eau Claire. It's something different that we haven't seen, that we haven't been able to prepare for, and with as young of a team as we have, they're not used to it. The experience to go down there is one that is really hard to replicate in a non-conference, and so I thought we rode a little bit of a tide there at the beginning of the first half, and they scored halfway through, a little bit beyond 30 minutes into the match, and kind of got out of the half at 1-0. Thought we'd be all right. Thought we could regroup. But kudos to them. They went out. I thought we played a little bit better, and they went out and scored 2 on us. So kudos to them. I think they, on the day, they deserve the victory.
And then this week, you head up to McAllister, another non-conference opponent coming up tomorrow. Talk about that matchup.
Yeah, Mac has had a great year. They've played some great teams, have some big wins under their belts. Another place that's always difficult to go and play. They've got great fans. But I think that we can rebound nicely. I think we're a very determined group, and we've got high standards, and so we'll use tomorrow as a springboard to finish up our conference season. And but Mac will be tough. They're one of the top teams in the MIAC. I'm looking for a MIAC playoff spot, and would be good to be top. One of the top teams in our region too.
And then Saturday, final regular season home game as Central comes to town. What did the Dutch bring to the table?
The Dutch just bring a level of consistency. They know their game plan, and they go out and execute it. They were very frustrating to play against last year, and of course they scored on us late in the last minute of the game last year, and it's one that has lived long in the memories of the LCWS squad, and so it's one that we'd like to get back, but we also know what they're going to do, and they'll offer us more time on the ball, but they'll look to counter, and they've got some very good players up top that we need to make sure that we recognize and take care of. But it'll be another game in which we'd like to get back to winning ways in the conference. It's our senior day. It's our last home game, regular season home game. It's also a breast cancer awareness game for us too. So it's kind of a great event on Saturday for us.
And as part of the determination going into those final 2 conference games to get another home game or 2.
Yeah, I think it's massive. I think right now the way things are poised, we're in the driver's seat. We can control our destiny in terms of even getting a bye in the first round if you finish in that first or second spot. So that second spot we're looking at, and then you get to host in the semis, which is another big advantage that we haven't had in the last couple of years. So so really the impetus is all on us to make sure that we go out there to get a first round bye would be massive at this time of the year, get some people rested up and healthy, and then it's home field advantage in this conference is a big deal.
Especially you guys being a grass team as compared to a turf team, is it that much more of an advantage?
I think it is a little bit. I think it's just a different element. You see teams that struggle when they go to the opposition's place that has what they don't have. But there's also something to be said for travel and travel midweek. So if you host a midweek match in the evening and kids have to get out of school and hop on a bus and travel a couple hours, there's something to be said for that too that I think is an advantage as well.
All right, hopefully you can get back on the winning track and have a solid end to the conference regular season end of things this weekend. Best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Russ Showeiler talking Luther College women's soccer.